What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest combat sports and culture show in the entire universe, the Fight Podcast. I'm your host, Sergio Vicente, and today's a special day. A couple different things with Conor. And Dustin does a couple of these things well. Dustin throws a great low leg kick. Conor McGregor is very susceptible to getting kicked in the leg. People don't. The thing, I didn't think about that. People don't utilize that at all. Dustin, you've been champion in other organizations.
Yes, sir.
But now, being the fact that you're fighting against Lance Palmer, the face of the PFL essentially, and you're on ESPN now, what does a win like that do for your profile and, again, just your career going forward?
The way that I'm about to finish Palmer is going to put me on the top 10 highlights.
UFC Fight Night, I want a couple of things that stood out to you.
Valentina Shevchenko, who's the 125-pound champion for the UFC, is arguably top 10 in the world regardless on gender. She is incredible. And the fact that we actually have somebody who came out here, this was a rematch. She ended up fighting Liz Carmouche last night. Liz Carmouche is the number 3 ranked featherweight in the world. She's incredible. She was actually the first female to ever fight in the UFC. She was the first female to ever step into the cage because she was the one who actually went against Ronda Rousey way back when. She worked way back to this title shot, and she got absolutely dog-walked. It's crazy. I mean, Valentina Shevchenko is strong everywhere. If you want to out-grapple her, she will out-grapple you. If you think you can actually outstrike her, look at her. That's her against Jessica at her last fight, which was last month. Yeah. She's defending her belt in less than a month.
How does that happen?
She's that special.
And then dropped him with a jab, and from there just followed up with some devastating ground and pound.
Do that ground and pound. And by the way, did Marlon owe the ref money? Like, what was going on, man?
It looked like we jumped that man.
You just let you
it
keep
looked like we
pounding on.
jumped him, man.
Dog, I was looking at it. I was like, I can't believe what's happening. MMA, I believe, always had over boxing is that fights get made. The fights that we want to see get made, and it seemed as if the business never got in the way of the sport. Do you think it's starting to get to a point now that entertainment is more important than the sport itself within MMA?
It can be, but in this particular instance, like, I just don't feel like it's worth stepping over a dollar to pick up a dime. Like, why fight about, like, I mean, who cares what John Jones wants to get paid? Just pay the guy, pay him and pay Francis and take care of these guys.
Jake and Logan Paul, I hate to admit this, are the faces of boxing right now. It is what it is. These two are the faces of boxing. Over the last 6 months, I have been forced to discuss these two buffoons for everything that they do. But you know what? They're doing an amazing job at what they're doing. The kids can actually fight. Jake can actually fight. Logan, who fought Floyd, can't really fight. But Jake can literally fight. And what they're doing is a lot of times they're actually bringing awareness to fighter pay and what certain organizations like the UFC isn't doing. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad at it. Is it a little annoying? Yes. But now we're starting to see TikTok versus YouTubers. And guess what? There was a huge card with that. And that card was entertaining. Some of these kids could actually fight. Does it actually do a disservice to the sport of boxing? No. Because guess what? We're on a political show right now, and we are talking about these YouTubers boxing. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. These guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, that was a great riff, by the way.
Adrian Broner's already a Hall of Fame fighter.
Absolutely. No, I mean, well, here's the thing I'll say about AB, though.
What you mean, no?
Well, let me ask you this. Because the thing is what he did at 140, did what he do at 140 make him a Hall of Famer? That's the question, if he's Hall of Famer. Because what he did at welterweight definitely hasn't made him a Hall of Famer. But what he did at 140, absolutely, I'll say, has to put him in the conversation. You are multiple-time champion this season. With all this, they added star power this season. Would winning it this season have any more significance to you?
I think each season has had its own significance. This would
about, bro. When are you fighting for this chip? I mean, it is inevitable. I mean, come on, man.
Like, I gotta fight this Magomedov kid. Which I feel like I'm a.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough character. But
what is it about these champions that separates them from everybody else?
Man, that's a great question, bro. And I'll tell you, it's the details. It's the little details, the little things, right? It's the character things. Those are